November 12th. That means we're 12 days in.
Halfway there.
Yeah, I guess we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because these end on the 24th.
Ah, okay.
Don't they? Or do they end on the 23rd?
No, it's 24th.
Oh. Yep. Okay.
Alright, so let's jump in. And the movie we're going to talk about is Knives Out, which was
Hold the wine first.
a recent watch. Maybe it's partly because of it's fresh in our memory, but it's one of our faves. We're discussing our collective top 10.
It was a great experience. Like when we... Oh, that smells interesting. I'll pour my wine and then we can talk about the movie.
Okay. I'll pop the beer out too. What kind of wine is it?
It is Colombard. Colombard. A wine of... I've never heard of this. Wine of France. Crisp and refreshing. Zesty white. Has an aromatic lemony style. Served chilled by itself. See, I like a wine that can stand on its own 2 fucking feet. You know? Like, I don't want to have to pair it with something. Anyway.
I like that too. So I got a Brogel, which is a original dark lager Bock beer.
Let's see the label. Is that a demon? Is that like a goat with horns?
Goat,
Is it an evil goat?
I don't think it's evil.
Bock beer.
Dating back to the 14th century, Bock beer and the Capricorn goat are a symbol of...
The tiny, his writing is tiny, and they always put it like on a
I have pretty good nearsightedness.
like a black on a yellow label, or like a white on a blue.
A symbol of good times to come, Brogel Bock captures the spirit of the original German beer brewmasters with Munich and amber malts, German Hallertau hops, and a dose of Czech Saaz hops. Okay.
That
whatever.
sounds very European. You know what this wine reminds me of? It's like the wine version of a Gosa.
It reminds me of Gewürztraminer.
Yeah? I could see that too.
It's like refreshing, but a little sour.
Yeah, it's definitely a little sour, but I like that right now.
Alright, let's try the beer. Another good one. Not crazy about
What's it taste like? Give me a...
It tastes like a lager, but it mostly tastes like a lager. I know it's not like Amber Bock or something.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit. It's like Yingling with a little something on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thumbs up?
Yeah. It's Yingling, you know.
Yeah.
It can't be, it's nothing special. Knives Out. It was another one of those movies that is totally in my wheelhouse. I am crazy about a certain type of murder mystery. One that, takes place in one location mostly. One that has like some humor and sort of like the whodunit style.
Like the classic Clue.
Like a family. You get to know all the characters a little bit. And they're all sort of suspects. I love that shit. I love the Agatha Christie style. And this movie definitely has that.
We went to see it on Thanksgiving, and it was packed. And so we had to sit really close, which we normally don't do. So I sort of felt like I was like this the whole time. But it was so enjoyable to experience. There's just something about that like shared movie experience. Everybody's just had Thanksgiving. Everybody's in a theater together, and everyone just enjoyed the shit out of this movie.
Yeah, it was crazy.
People were laughing and,
People clapped afterwards.
Carrying on, yeah.
Whatever the fuck that is.
I've never understood the clapping after a movie.
Yeah, it's like,
Anyway.
I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
But Yeah, so we love pretty much everybody in the cast. Like, I love Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
I love Chris Evans is like my favorite.
Jamie Lee Curtis is
She is always
on it.
awesome. The dude from Sorry to Bother You, what's his name? I can't remember his name, but that guy's dope. The girl who plays Marta, who was in Blade Runner 2049, she's really good. It's just like a fantastic cast. And so I would say the MVP of the movie, the guy who won, was Chris Evans. He's just like so cool.
Total man crush over there.
I like that he's playing an asshole too. Like, he's usually like Captain America or whatever.
Right.
But he's sort of a dick, and you can tell he's really enjoying it.
I think that was the one thing that constant throughout is like, they're actors, they're acting, but it really seemed like everyone was having so much fun.
And so, in a gross misunderstanding of the movie, I was like obsessing over Chris Evans' sweater, and I have to make a confession. I went out and bought that sweater, and I'm wearing it now.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I bought it like that day.
Yeah.
I came home and like ordered it immediately. So I'd been meaning to pull the trigger on this sweater for a while, but when he was wearing it.
Seeing Captain America, your boyfriend, your man crush in it, would just send him over the edge.
Something polarizing, at least with us, was Daniel Craig's performance. I thought it was amazing, and she thought it was terrible.
Well, I mean, I know you can't tell, but I am from the South, and Daniel Craig's hokey-ass accent was just distracting, and I think because I know that he's British, when I see him, I think he's gonna have a British voice, so I think that was part of my problem. Like,
Is he British?
Isn't he?
I don't know.
He is not American, right?
It's from Guatemala.
So, and then when I went to the bathroom afterwards, everybody in the bathroom was talking about it.
About how
Yeah.
the accent.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, part of it for me, he's just so over the top, right? And I am excited to see it again because you don't want him to find out what's going on.
Mm.
But then when you see the end, you're like, oh, now, like, you want him to find out what's going on or whatever. And I think watching it a second time will be good for that. Where you can just enjoy it and not worry about who's going to bust or who's not going to bust or whatever.
Yeah, now that you know the story, you just sit back and enjoy it.
And not to give too much away, but like a lot of the movie, they talk about the help, and because these are all rich people that no one listens to the help, and like the main girl, the nurse, her name's Marta. Whenever they talk about her, they're like, oh, great girl, family's from. And then they say like Ecuador or Uruguay,
Argentina,
Guatemala.
It's always something different.
Yeah, it's always hilarious. I mean, and then you find out that she's from Cuba, yeah, and no one ever got it right. And then like a lot of the movie hinges on like the help, not listening to the help.
Mm-hmm.
Like the help is explaining like one of the people.
One of the other maids.
Yeah, she knows what happened, and she's trying to tell people, and no one like listens to her. And,
she's just a maid.
And then she straight up says who did it, and no one gives a shit. And even like you as an audience member, are like, you don't even realize it. It's really ingenious, really well done. But yeah, that's so that's one of my favorite movies of the year, definitely of the decade.
It was fun, very fun. Highly recommend.
Yeah, so I've talked to a couple people. There's a dude at work who he doesn't watch a lot of movies.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, that's my favorite movie of all time."
Wow. So I think it's going to become like a classic
I think it's gonna be a Thanksgiving classic.
Yeah,
It's
it's
such
for
a good,
sure.
like-
It's yeah.
Such a good family movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you think your family's crazy? Check these assholes out.
Yeah. So, what kind of cheese is it?
It's Edam.
Oh, you love an Edam.
I do love an Edam, and that was the first one we've had this year. 12 days with no Edam. Okay, guys.
So this is the delicious covered one I am.
What's the flavor? Mousse au chocolat.
She knew what it was.
Well, no, I mean like I just look at the bag.
Yep. It looks like an old dry piece of dog poo.
Oh God, yeah, the winter,
White
the
dog poo.
spring
Yeah.
cleanup of the dog poop in the yard. Why did you leave me the majority of it?
I didn't take any bites.
Oh.
That is good. It's the best one. It's definitely the money melon so far. That like hard candy shell is where it's at.
I know.
Yeah, so that's where we're at tonight. Good mood.
Yeah, I like the wine. For the record,
Beer's okay.
Colombard. A France wine.
Yeah, we generally don't like French wines because we like young wines. Maybe a Beaujolais is alright. Is that how you pronounce that?
Beaujolais.
Beaujolais. Beaujolais. Alright. Well, that's it. We're going to enjoy the rest of our evening. So, here we go.